It's May 29th, 2020.
This is Nerd Bourbon episode 156. I'm Seth Sturgill.
And I'm Todd Sturgill.
We're live in the digital studio using a new podcast recording service. So we'll see how this goes. I think it's going to work out.
It's fucking weird, man. It's like a weird thing, but I like it.
It's weird. We're trying the Zencaster service, which has been recommended several times, comes highly recommended. And, it seems like it's going to work out. It's a very professional, high quality podcast recording service. And we're trying it out for the first time here. So I don't know, maybe this will be a spectacular failure. Maybe this will be the way we do the show moving forward. So we'll see how it goes.
It costs money enough.
Costs money. I mean, look, worst case scenario, we'll just go back to the ways of old, Todd, next week. But for now,
dog shit ways of old enough.
For now, I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing here. But we've never done a full episode. Anyway, now Todd, you may be puzzled a little bit as you're looking at this week's notes that the first thing I have here at the very top, I wanted to mention this. Have you seen the trailer for Jedi Temple Challenge?
No, I haven't seen the trailer for it, but I do know of it.
I don't believe I ever talked about this on the show. But I did make a post on Facebook when they announced the existence of this show about how it is just 100% my shit, and I'm so excited for it. So, for those that don't know, Jedi Temple Challenge is essentially a kind of a harken back to like late 80s, early 90s kids game shows, like fucking like Legends of the Hidden Temple kind of thing, but with Star Wars. And Ahmed Best is the host.
That right there is actually the thing that I'm excited about. I'm happy he's actually doing some shit.
Not only is he the host, I actually watched an interview with him. The Star Wars show did an interview with Ahmed Best regarding this character who is a Jedi, and it's so funny the way that they've tied it into kind of like Star Wars lore.
Oh Lord,
because
I love it.
It's so funny because Ahmed Best has got, obviously Ahmed Best, most famous for playing Jar Jar Binks, but he's actually appeared in Star Wars one other time in Attack of the Clones. He appears in the background of the bar sequence. The sequence where they go in, Obi-Wan sees the Death Sticks they're chasing down fucking Zam Wessel.
Yeah.
That whole sequence, Ahmed Best has a character that can be seen in the background. That character has like a name and a backstory because of course it does. And so that character is actually related to the character that Ahmed Best is playing in Jedi Temple Challenge.
Holy shit, that's a little much, but I love it.
And that character is a Jedi, and I'm just like, God, I'm here for it. This is just like everything that I want. It's like cheesy 90s game show cheesiness, which I love. Reminds me of my childhood. I was a huge Legends of the Hidden Temple fan, and this is totally that, but with Star Wars. I'm so fucking pumped. And it's coming out soon. It starts like next week. I didn't know if you should watch the trailer because it feels right. It feels right. And I wanted to bring that up. It didn't necessarily fit in our typical news drop for obvious reasons, but I could not let the week begin without addressing Jedi Temple Challenge. Anyway, thank you for indulging me with that, Todd. What have you been playing?
Well, a little more Neo. Because
always
I never stop, even though you've asked me how long I'm going to be playing it. Forever.
Earlier today, I was like, Todd, when will you stop playing Neo?
I don't know. Genuinely. I actually just was playing a little bit of Call of Duty, but the real important thing is I finished Doom Eternal.
Now, before you get into that, I just have to say something because this was so funny to me as I was listening to you. I was actually talking to you basically as you were finishing the game,
Mm.
and the sheer anger was so, yeah, you could feel it like reverberate throughout the earth's crust. It was so, and it was so funny because like not long after that happened, I was editing last week's episode, and you sounded so positive.
Oh, I know. The game took a turn for me,
Oh, it took a fucking turn.
a dark turn. So, let us begin. Fuck Doom Eternal for one. Now, here's the thing. There is aspects of this game that I enjoy. Aspects. And then there's the shit that I grew to hate. Them trying to make me think while playing Doom. Fuck you. Just let me
Demanding thought.
just let me kill demons while moving around fast as shit, beating demon ass. All right? That's all I want. But no. You have to have fucking weak point bullshit. Make
We'll
me
clip
think
this out
about
and
it.
send it to Bethesda.
All right, good.
An open letter to Bethesda.
But you got to sit there and make me deal with weak points and shit. But that's not the worst of it. There's just moments where they're just really just trying to bend you over and fuck you in the ass. There's just moments where you're just all right. Let me just fight 3 tyrants, the cyber demons, essentially. Fight 3 of them at once. Why? I mean, I'll beat their silly little asses, and I think you heard me. You heard. I think that you were there for that.
Yeah, probably so.
I,
All
w-
the
I
rage blended together.
Oh, the rage blended together. There's just so much dumb shit with this game that by the end of it, I was just like, I was originally like exploring and like doing all like trying to find all like the fucking secrets and shit. And by the end of it, I just wanted it to end. I just wanted it to be over. I haven't even got to the part that truly pisses me off, but I'm going to end it with that. But when I actually finished the game, I deleted this right off my fucking console. I want it to be known that this is just it just in the ether now. Fuck you. Even the final boss was just dumb. It was all right. You're stupid. But the stupidest just enemy design in the game, and probably in shit any game I've ever played.
You
And the
would go
person
that
who
far.
I would go that fucking far. It's the stupidest shit.
Wow.
And the asshole who they are the team of assholes. I don't know how many motherfuckers designed that piece of shit. Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you for putting an enemy in the game where you essentially cannot move. You have to sit there and wait for him to attack you the
No,
proper
you.
way.
I don't know if you've even
No,
named
no.
him. It's
I will say his name. Cocksucker. No, his name is Marauder. The Marauder enemy in Doom Eternal. For those who haven't played Doom Eternal, it's that piece of shit in the trailers with the axe.
Yeah, I had heard about this. I had heard about this like actually before, like long before you started playing the game and stuff. I had heard people just independently, just in the ether, bitch about this enemy type.
Because here's the thing, it completely goes against what I want Doom to be. Constantly moving. I legitimately have to stand still and like bait this motherfucker. I think at one point during like my rage, I was just like, "Come on, hit me!" And
Starting to
it's just
sound like
like,
fucking Joker and I want you to do it. I want you.
well, I really did. I'm like, because this was just stupid, and I'm so fucking thankful that like they didn't make me fight 2 of them at once. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't have beat the game. I would have just fucking turned that shit off and deleted it. I would have fucking deleted it because that was such. It's there is a good Doom game in this through the bullshit, but it's not worth playing with the bullshit. They did too much. They did too much with this one. They basically had like the aspects what I loved of Doom 2016 are here, but the shit that they've tacked on with like the weak points and all like the fucking mechanics essentially to the enemies. I don't want that. I just want to shoot shit.
They got a little too big for their britches.
Yes, in a way. Like the heavy metal was not intensifying for me. All right,
That's fair.
genuinely annoyed me, and honestly, fuck playing that game on like the what is it, Nightmare and shit, because the game's already way harder than Doom 2016. I already know that shit for a fact. Fuck that. Was this enough for you? Did you enjoy this?
This filled my cup.
Did it? Hmm. Seth was looking forward to me shitting on Doom Eternal.
I just knew that it was going to happen this week after you had finished it last. It
Oh
was
no, I
just
was looking forward to it. I was like sitting there rock fucking hard, ready to talk shit. I'm like, this fucking. I'm telling you, like just talking about it and like just me thinking about that game just genuinely irritates me.
I was about to say, you even now just talking about it, you sound mad.
No, it just that game legitimately pissed me off at the end of it. The only other game that did this was Sekiro. Sekiro. That game pisses me off too.
That game's got its own little reputation on this show with you.
Fuck
So
that game.
well, never you worry, Todd, because we're gonna talk about Doom Eternal a little bit later in the show, and it's not good news.
Good. Hope it
So,
sold like shit.
yeah, it did. We'll talk about that here in a moment. Was there anything else you wanted to shout out? Anything else you've been playing?
No, just my final thought. Don't buy Doom Eternal.
Really? You would go that far?
If you like Doom 2016, don't buy it.
Wow. So for me, are you recommending that I not play it?
I genuinely, yes, don't play it.
Wow. Okay.
Like, dude, if you love Doom Eternal as much as I love Doom, I'm sorry, I love Doom 2016, right? If you
Yeah, it's
love
like one
that
of my
game,
favorite shooters.
exactly. I can easily say that. One of my favorite shooters. Cannot stand Doom Eternal.
Wow. All right.
No, that's another thing. I didn't even talk about this. They really love their stupid ass fucking platforming. Their
Yeah,
stupid ass fucking movement platforming shit.
you were getting upset about that too.
They were so proud of that dumb shit. It's this. It's like I'm sitting there. Like I remember this one. I'm like, there's no place to go. Let's go around and look for a stupid place to fucking climb on. Oh, is that it? That I have to drop down 10 feet or 20, 30 feet and dash to? Oh, stupid fucking shit. I'm good. Leave me. Get me out of this shit. Hope you enjoy editing this.
Yeah. I have some more positive gaming experiences happen to me this week. So I want to talk about really two games. You know, of course, there's always the same shit. Animal Crossing is a constant. I'm not going to talk about that. Nothing new has been happening there.
Technically, I did have a positive moment with making my designer clothes in Animal Crossing.
That's true. You got your hobo clothes.
My hobo line. Gucci.
Yeah, Todd has designed his own fashion line there in Animal Crossing.
You hate it and love it all at the same time.
There's a level of acceptance. I'll say that. But no, so I want two games I want to shout out here. The first is actually, this is not a game that I had on my radar whatsoever. Saints Row the Third Remastered. Okay, this is not something that I really gave a fuck about until I was, just kind of farting around Reddit, as you do. It was like 3:00 in the morning. I'm on my phone on Reddit, and I happened to see a Digital Foundry video where they say, hey, Saints Row the Third Remastered is kind of fucking incredible. And I'm like, well, really? And then I watched the video that they did where they showed the comparisons, and Todd, this has got to be one of the best remasters I've ever seen. In terms of like what they've done to this game visually, this remaster is fucking buck wild.
I think you're even telling me it's almost a remake.
It's dead ass. It toes that line. It looks that much better. It almost is a remake at this point. Like it's like in that weird middle ground where it looks so good. They've done such a good job improving the visuals of this game that you're just like, God damn, like it and you don't even realize how much better it looks until you actually see them side by side. It's crazy the amount of work they put into this. And I also just sort of forgot about how good Saints Row the Third is. Like that game is so fun, just pure like fucking cotton candy bubblegum fun. You know what I mean? Like it's just popcorn. Like there's just within the first like 10 minutes of that game, there's the whole like just the hangouty vibes of like you and Pierce singing along to What I Got by Sublime in the car. That's a great moment. And then like literally like the next mission, you're storming a large penthouse while Power by Kanye West is playing.
Yep.
It's just so good, man. And they give so little fucks about just like letting the player have fun in this game, because it comes with, obviously this is the remaster, so it's the full package. It's got all the DLC, all this like extra content, and it just boom unlocks from right from the beginning. You have instant access to all of this shit. So like even though I just started the game, I'm driving around like these super nice cars and motorcycles from the DLC. The game Saints Row is really good at not getting in the way of your fun. You know what I mean? And I miss it. I was talking to you about this. I was like, why have we not seen a Saints Row game in so long?
Well, because they've gotten so batshit crazy. What else could they do at this point? Now, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind them kind of like backtracking to like how the third is. Just kind of like
Yeah.
get back to like that level, and I'm cool. Like, because I think that's where it was the best in my mind.
I no, I completely agree,
Yeah.
because when you look at the history of the series, right? Saints Row 1 was really like they're going after GTA,
Oh, yeah, it
right?
was dead ass just a gang like oriented like GTA clone.
It was a total GTA clone. Well, I even remember, I can't remember if it was for the first game or the second game, but they were literally going after GTA 4 at the time,
Yeah.
making fun of how like dreary and realistic it is. And I'll never forget the trailer was like, would you rather like have your friends blow up your cell phone all day, or would you rather get in a septic truck and blow shit all over the town kind of thing?
There had to be two because one
Yeah.
was I think one was a little more serious than that.
I remember one tried to tap into the whole like they have like the betrayal aspect. I think Keith David's character like betrays you at the end or some shit.
Yeah, and he ends up showing up in one of the later games.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
whatever the case may be, one was super duper serious. Two was where they sort of like, yeah, I really, really love Saints Row 2. I spent a ton of time in Saints Row 2.
three is where they
But
really hit their stride, though.
but three to me is that good balance of like they figured out what Saints Row was, I feel like, in three, where it's crazy. There's like some Tron ass shit in the game, like it's over the top, but yet it's still somewhat grounded. It's still guns and explosions and stealing cars and gang stuff. That's still totally an aspect of the game. Then when you get to four, it goes a little too far in the crazy direction,
Oh yeah,
to the point where Gat Out of Hell is just literally, it's like a fantasy open world game at that point, essentially. And it's still super fun. Like I had a really good time with 4 and Gat Out of Hell, but I would like to see them release Saints Row 5, or maybe even do a soft reboot of the series or something, and scale it back to kind of where we're at with 3. I would love to see that. I think that the world needs a Saints Row game, because once they sort of understood their place, like they're never going to be GTA. We're going to talk about GTA a little bit later in the show too. Like GTA 5 is like the biggest entertainment release of all time. You're not going to be GTA.
hmm
But I feel like Saints Row, I think there's a place for Saints Row. Like I think there's absolutely room for a game like Saints Row.
Oh, of course.
And it made me realize how much I miss just having a game where I just jump in a car and just drive around and listen to the radio.
That's how. That's. Well, I like games where I could, basically just turn my brain off and just traverse the city.
And Saints Row's car mechanics just feel really good.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I like so much about Saints Row. And I think this actually is very underrated about Saints Row's design. And this is simply with driving in the car alone. I could point to this, the respect meter, right, which ties in basically everything you do. You're earning respect, and the higher your respect level goes, is you have more options for upgrades and stuff like that. But what I really like when it relates to the driving, the controls feel really good. It's kind of arcadey and fast, but I love the way that when you set a waypoint, it's almost like it kind of almost turns it into a racing game where it has the physical arrows, like the floating arrows, like as if it
Yeah.
would be in a racing game. And you are incentivized to do badass shit. You earn respect for near misses and you earn respect for
Mhm.
driving against oncoming traffic and stuff like that. I like that a lot. You're incentivized to be a little bit crazy.
Is this on PS4?
Yes.
Shit.
Now it's a little expensive. I do think it's maybe a tad overpriced. It's $40,
Mm.
but I just it is. It reminds me of when Burnout Paradise Remastered came out, and I was like, "This is a warm cleanse for the soul." There's just an itch that Saints Row the Third Remastered scratches. That I'm just like, God, I forgot how much the world needs a game like this. I don't know. There's just something
I
so
might end up picking it up myself.
I highly recommend it. They have done a really beautiful job with this remaster. The other game I want to shout out is a game. It's an indie game that is on Switch. I think it actually is on PS4 now too. It's called Wander Song. And I was recommended this game by my buddy Provost, who played through the game and really enjoyed it. And it is. I've only put a couple of hours into it, but it's. I'm really impressed with it so far. It is kind of a 2D. The art style kind of has like a Paper Mario kind of art style, but the central mechanic of the game is that you are a bard, and
Mhm.
the game literally opens with you trying to like pick up and use a sword, and it's no good. You're shit with a sword, but you can sing, and it kind of has like this kind of just lighthearted, like wholesome vibe where it's not necessarily about fighting enemies; it's about helping them solve their problems with music. And I don't know, it's just really pleasant. And like in these kind of dark, fucked up times, it's kind of nice to play a game with a good heart. You know what I mean? And they do some really interesting things with the mechanics of the game. So like there'll be like some birds chirping, and you can match the vocal cadence of the birds, and all the singing is done on a wheel, a color coded wheel with the right stick, and you can use the birds to get higher jump height and still little things like
Mhm.
that. It's used in puzzle solving, and they make a lot of like use out of the singing mechanic, and I like it a lot. But I don't have too much to say. It's still early, but that's kind of my main thing right now when I'm not playing Animal Crossing is I'm trying to get through Wander Song. I just had literally today at the time of this recording, I just had Bug Fables come out. Fucking the new Shantae is out, so I've got a lot on my plate, and depending on how it goes, I may be able to talk about those next week. But that's next week, Todd. This is this week. Are you ready to get into this week's news?
Yes.
So let's talk about April's NPD. Now, these numbers were released, I think, the day after we recorded last week.
Yeah, I think you got mad about it. You're like, it's always something.
It
It's
is. It's
always
always something.
bullshit. I always get fucked.
I do. I always get fucked. Why? When's it going to be my time, Todd?
Never.
God damn it, when?
You have to sit there and just be always ready to record.
I look to the heavens above and I say, God damn it, Lord, when's it going to be my time?
Shit.
Anyway.
I think about that for my death.
Anyway, we do have the numbers now. They're finally here. Let us drain them for their vital nutrients. So, video game hardware and software sales accounted for $1.5 billion in April 2020. That's fucking nuts. And that eclipses April 2008 as the highest grossing April month in history. Of course, this is because of, gamers kind of being cooped up with the COVID stuff, as well as major releases in the form of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Animal Crossing New Horizons, certainly helping out these boosted sales. The top 10 best-selling games of the month of April were in order. Number 1, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Huge debut for that game. Number 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Number 3, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Number 4, NBA 2K20. Number 5, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 6, Resident Evil 3 Remake. Number 7, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. just goes to show you that this made it to the top 10, but something else didn't. Number 8, MLB The Show 20. Number 9, Madden NFL 20. And number 10, Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, notable omission, Todd, of course, is Doom Eternal. Did not make the top 10 in April. And in fact, as we're about to cover here in a second, not even among the top 10 best-selling games of the year thus far. So this game did not do well.
Good.
Soft sales for this game.
Good.
I will be very curious
Mm.
to see what Bethesda does with the Doom IP moving forward. Now that this game has come out and kind of popped and fizzled. We still, of course, got a strong month for Call of Duty. That's no surprise. Kind of surprising to see Final Fantasy claim the top spot from it, but it is also worth noting that New Horizons would likely be charting a lot higher each month, but Nintendo actually, as we know, does not report its digital sales to the NPD.
Why though?
I don't know. They've always been weird about that. They just don't report digital sales. It's all physical sales that they report. So Animal Crossing being number 3 is purely based on the physical sales of the game.
That's impressive in itself.
And that is impressive in itself. I personally feel that if digital copies were included, it would probably be charting higher than Call of Duty. But that's just me. The top 10 best-selling games of 2020 so far are now in order. Number 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Number 2, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Again, purely based on physical copies sold. Which it sold a ton more digital copies because you can't go out to a store. So that is impressive. Number 3, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Number 4, NBA 2K20. Number 5, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, still hanging in there. Game did well. Number 6, MLB The Show 20. Number 7, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 8, Resident Evil 3 Remake. Number 9, Madden NFL 20. And number 10, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. All those games have sold better than Doom Eternal. A fucking 4-year-old almost port of Mario Kart 8 has outsold Doom Eternal.
Yep.
That's pretty sad. Oh well, it is what it is. That's April's NPD. It was a big month, a lot of spending. I think they sold like over 1 million Switch hardware in April. I was reading, just in that 1 month alone, just boom, 1 million units. And that's despite the fact that they have not been able to keep them in stock because of the hardware issues coming out of China. So really, really impressive month for pretty much everything except for Doom. I'm sorry. I hate to be so mean to Bethesda every week, you know? Anyway.
I love it.
Moving along, Todd, let's talk about Grand Theft Auto for a second, because of course, Grand Theft Auto 5 is like the most successful game ever. Could Grand Theft Auto 6 be happening within the next few years? While marketing analyst Jeff Cohen at VentureBeat seems to think so, as he points to recently released financial information from Take-Two, which is the parent company of GTA developer Rockstar, which discloses the company's minimum marketing spend for the next 5 years. So Jeff Cohen notes that the latest information pointed to the company shifting a spike in marketing spend from financial year 2023 to financial year 2024, with at least $89.2 million now set aside for marketing in that year. So in plain English there, essentially, their normal years, they spend about 35 to 40 million on their marketing budget. And then in 2023 to 2024, they're literally doubling that to 89.2 million. So it's like, okay, what are you guys spending so much money marketing that year? Could it be GTA 6? So, yeah, kind of makes sense. I mean, if they're going to be releasing a sequel to one of the most successful things ever, you might want to bump up that marketing budget.
I will say this. I hope they don't do the 3-player bullshit. The 3 player characters.
You mean for the campaign?
Yes.
I don't know that they're even going to do a campaign.
Oh my god, dude. Would it be fucking crazy?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man.
I could see that though. Now that you said it, I could see them dead ass just doing what they've done with GTA Online. Just dead ass make your own character, like, you'll full balls to the wall and actually let you make your character instead of that dumb shit that they do in, online where you have to, like, pick your parent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just let you actually make, like, from the
Yeah,
ground up
let
your own
you actually
character.
make a character, not some, like, fucking ugly piece of shit.
Well, and here's the thing too is, like, when you look at what GTA 5 has become, they have even kind of halfway added story elements to
Yeah,
the
no,
online.
they're dead ass is. That is, I think, the next, now that you said it, I can see it.
I sort of feel like GTA 6 is probably, I don't know. I mean, maybe they'll go for a traditional experience with it. Uh, I'm of two minds on this. On one hand, I feel like Rockstar is keen to, like, have that really kind of like big narrative, kind of steak and potatoes game like they've always made, and then have the online in addition to that. At the
I
same
mean,
time,
that's kinda what they did with, like, Red Dead Redemption 2, though. There's, like,
yeah,
heavy story elements in the Red Dead Online, like,
yeah.
heavy story elements.
So I don't know. Maybe they're maybe they're sort of moving towards that future of, like, bridging the gap of, like, single player and online.
Yeah.
Would not shock me to see that one bit. Yeah, I mean that game's gonna make so much money whenever it finally does come out. But Take Two is disputing this claim. They told GamesIndustry.biz that this spike here actually represents marketing commitments to some of its third parties, and that Rockstar's marketing spend actually would not be taken in part with these charts necessarily. So I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. Seems like a lot of money from Take Two to literally double their marketing spend in 1 year and just be like, oh no, that's just all of our third parties. I don't know, man. That seems like a lot of money. What could they possibly be gearing up towards? I mean, looking at Take Two's IP here, like the game. So Take Two, as we know, they're over BioShock, and we know that a new BioShock game is in development. I don't think I don't think it's going to be that long before we see another BioShock game.
Mm,
I don't think it's going to be 2023, 2024 before we get a new BioShock game. I think a new BioShock game is like a year, maybe 2 years down the road. I don't think it's 3 or 4 years down the road, you know. I just look at everything that they have in their wheelhouse and I'm like, I sort of feel like if you're going to spend marketing like that on something, it kind of has to be GTA.
yeah.
That's a lot of money, dude. I don't know. We're not going to find out about GTA 6 for quite some time though. That's for sure. That game is years off. So, but unlike to bring it back to shitting on Bethesda, I guess, which is just a thing we do now, I guess.
That's my new favorite segment.
Well, Rockstar will not announce GTA 6 too early. You can be sure about that. Anyway, some upcoming DLC for popular PvP horror game Dead by Daylight.
I've actually seen gameplay of this.
Yeah, so this may solidify some rumors that Silent Hill is on its way to making its return. So you watched some gameplay of this?
Yeah, one of the, YouTubers I watch, he's like a big, horror game guy. He was actually, on the he streamed it, I guess.
I didn't look at any footage. Does it look pretty cool?
Pyramid Head looked cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of the deal. So they are adding Cheryl Mason and Pyramid Head to the game. I guess it's on the PTR right now. I don't think it's
Yeah,
live for
on the
everybody.
test servers, and the new map's on there as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the map looks cool, dude. The map, yeah.
So I read a little bit about this from the developer. I don't remember what the developer's name is. So yeah, they've added Cheryl Mason's the new survivor, Pyramid Head's the new killer. The new map is based on Midwich Elementary School from the first game. Uh,
Basically get a little bit of shit from 1, 2, and 3, essentially.
it's interesting because Konami actually, from what I was reading in a developer interview, Konami actually gave them basically free reign. They
Mhm.
basically were saying like, "Hey, we want to collaborate with you on Silent Hill representation in Dead by Daylight, and you can basically do whatever you want."
Mhm.
Which is interesting. Now, this is only the second video game collaboration that Dead by Daylight has ever done. Now, typically it's like movies, right? They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we have fucking Freddy Krueger in the game or the Ghostface killer or whatever," you know?
Yeah.
This is the only other time they've done a video game crossover was in 2017 when they put Bill from Left 4 Dead in there.
Mhm.
So, and what's really interesting is they've even gone a step further with this collaboration. They've even tapped series composer Akira Yamaoka. He has actually done a version of the Dead by Daylight theme in the style of Silent Hill. So they've really gone balls to the wall with this collaboration. I don't know, man. Do you think this might be a little bit of a hint?
No, it's marketing, my boy. It's marketing.
Silent Hill's coming back?
It's marketing. That's exactly what this shit is.
You think so, huh? I don't know.
Get Silent Hill, back into the fucking back into the ether, essentially.
Back
Fucking
into the lexicon.
yeah,
Get people talking about
because
Silent Hill.
because shit, Pyramid Head looks cool as fuck as a killer in that game.
I've never played Dead by Daylight.
I've always had an interest, but I wouldn't play it by myself. It'd be something if me and you were wanted to do it, I'd probably go for it, but I wouldn't do it by myself.
My friend Josh has played a shit ton of that game. He loves that
Like
game.
I've seen a lot of gameplay of it because a couple guys on YouTube that I watch, they play a lot of like horror games and all that. So I've seen a lot of gameplay of it. So I mean, it looks fun for what it is. But Pyramid Head, look, dude, apparently he has like this fucking. So when you down, I they saw like survivors or whatever.
Survivors, yeah.
You can there's apparently this thing you can do like dead ass. You can just do Cage of Atonement. You stab them with the fucking blade, and they just fucking sucked into the ground. It's like, what the fuck?
Damn.
It's like, what the shit? What just happened?
That's cool.
I think as the dude I was watching, he's like asking like the survivor like, what's it look like on your on your side of the screen?
What does it look? Did they answer?
He answered, it's like he's just like in a cage somewhere. It's like what the fuck? You just send him to the shadow realm,
Oh
like type
God.
shit. I need to look up like gameplay of like what the fuck it actually does. But I was like, dude, he just stabs him and it just gets sucked into the ground. I'm like, holy shit.
So they have really. I mean, I don't know what the other kind of collaboration packs have been like, but I can't imagine any of them are this deep.
Nah, no, I definitely I can say that, and I haven't even really played it at all. So just by just like the how much I've seen just by watching gameplay throughout I've seen every like new killer essentially that came out.
I've said this many, many times on the show. If there is enough smoke, there has to be a fire somewhere. Now we've known actually for the past year or so. There's been rumors that Silent Hill is going to return. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
from what has been reported, Konami is supposedly working on 2 new entries in the franchise. I think there's been talk about them maybe doing a soft reboot. There's been talk about them doing a remake of one of the games. So I don't
Oh
know.
shit, dude, remake Silent Hill 2. I think me and you have been saying that for like the last couple episodes.
That's one of the games where like if they did a to the quality that they've been doing with Resident Evil with Silent Hill 2.
Oof.
That game Silent Hill 2 is so that game's story is so good, and I don't think the world even fully appreciates how good that game's story is. It's like one of the great video game narratives.
I don't. It's like, here's the thing: Silent Hill is. I think it's important. I think it's an important series in its own right, and I'm shit. I want it to come back. Like I genuinely enjoyed. I enjoy the Silent Hill series. Like shit.
I mean I like them fine. I 2 I think is the really special one.
Oh yeah.
And 2 is the one if they remade that game and if they released it today, I'm telling you it would make waves. Like you talk about a game that needs to be remade. There's so many people who have not played that game, and if Silent Hill 2 was remade with the same story told with the level of fidelity and control tweaks and visual upgrades that they've done with like the Resident Evil remakes, that
Oof.
that would absolutely light the world on fire. It
And it'd
is that.
also be a day one purchase for me.
Oh yeah, that you talk about a game that needs to get remade. Absolutely. So I tend to agree with you though. I think that I think there's
It's
something to
marketing.
it.
It's marketing. That's dead ass what that is.
No,
When the guy that I watch on YouTube uploaded the video, I was like sitting there like, I'm like, yeah, that's some primo marketing right there.
there have been some rumors too that when Silent Hill returns, it might be returning as a PS5 exclusive.
Ooh,
So this
shit.
is why the talks were sort of happening with like, could this be the next project from Kojima Productions? Is Kojima getting back in with Silent Hill? I don't know that that's going to be the case, but it would be really cool if Sony started dumping their money into reviving Silent Hill as a, kind of a soft reboot of the Silent Hill series exclusive to PS5.
Mhm.
That'd be really cool. That'd be cool to see. Especially with Xbox showing off essentially their Silent Hill clone.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So,
What was it, the Medium?
yeah. Yes, and we'll be talking about, I mean, we're going to be hearing about PS5 very very soon. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But yeah, exciting stuff. I would love to see Silent Hill return for sure. I think we're both on the same page with that. Moving on, Riot's popular free-to-play tactical shooter Valorant now has a solid release date. Can I just say, I'm impressed at this game's penetration. I didn't mean for it to sound as dirty as it did.
I
But
don't know why you said penetration.
I'm impressed that this game has taken off.
There you
It
go, that's
is
better.
it's very difficult in a sort of like post Overwatch kind of world. It's very difficult for a game like this to stand out and take off and become popular. I feel like Valorant has. I feel like Valorant has got the potential to actually survive in this ecosystem. Like, I haven't played the game myself, but just based on what I've seen and the popularity of it, I think this game really has potential.
I respect it. Like, I don't know if I'll ever fuck with it, but
I will if it comes to consoles.
that's
Um,
where I'm at. If it comes to console, I'll fuck with it.
so anyway, the game will be launching just a few days from now, actually on June 2nd. Players will be able to download the game for free from its website. All progress made from the beta will be wiped. So everybody's going to be starting with a clean slate on launch day. And they have said that shortly after launch, Riot plans to kind of kickstart its post-launch support with a new game mode, a new map, and a new playable character. So they're going to be doing like this typical thing now where that everybody's kind of doing, where they're supporting the game with free post-launch DLC. So that's going to be a game to watch, dude. Like, I feel like that's going to be on in the esports circuit. I think Valorant's really going to kind of blow up now that it's kind of coming out of beta. It looks cool. It's one of those things like that. That was one of the few kind of new shooters that when I saw gameplay of it, I was like, ooh, like I could dig on this. If this
Mhm.
came to consoles, I would absolutely play it. So we'll see. We'll see how it takes off now that it's coming out for real, for real. BlizzCon 2020 is the latest major gaming conference to fall victim to the COVID-19 pandemic. It was canceled earlier this week. Although it sounds like the executive producer of the show, Sarah Lynn Smith, said in a blog post that, quote, "We're talking about how we might be able to channel the BlizzCon spirit and connect with you in some way online," end quote. Now, a lot of people have been doing this. No surprise to hear that BlizzCon might go for an online kind of thing. It also tracks with Jeff Grubb, all hail King Grubb. He has a constantly updating summer game mess list on Twitter, where it's basically a large list of like all of the bullshit happening, all of the not E3 bullshit happening, basically.
Yeah.
And in it, he believes that Blizzard will be holding a digital event sometime in June or July. So they've already got this all planned out, essentially. They're just playing it close to the vest, it sounds like. So even if it's not BlizzCon properly, it sounds like we will get some sort of Blizzard digital event this summer. Of course, we need more information about Overwatch 2, which seems like it's pretty far along in development. I sort of figured it was probably going to launch this year, but now I'm not so sure. I don't think Diablo 4 is this year, but we also, yeah, keep in mind too, the off-season April Fool's joke that is Diablo Immortal is still in development and should be ready to go soon.
Is
So
it though? No, I'm just
so Blizzard, in other words, Blizzard has got a lot of shit to talk about, and it seems like we're going to hear some more stuff in June or July. So, isn't there also that fucking WoW expansion? It feels like a
no,
fever dream.
you talking about Shadowlands?
Yeah, just feels like a total fever dream to me. I forget that it's a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've got
Yeah.
that.
I love going back and watching the, Wrath of the Lich King, trailer and people just talking shit about the, Shadowlands trailer. Came here to look at a real Lich
Some real shit.
King.
That
Fucker
Wrath of
got
the Lich King
bodied.
trailer was so legendary when it first came out.
It's still fucking amazing.
I'll never forget that. Anyway, moving along, June's Xbox Live Games with Gold and PlayStation Plus titles have been revealed. June's Games with Gold offerings are $63.96 in value and 2200 gamer score potential, which is what Microsoft feels like they need to tell you for some reason in the press release. For Xbox One, subscribers will have access to Shantae and the Pirate's Curse from June 1st to June 30th, no doubt capitalizing on the new Shantae game release. And a little indie game, I think it's actually a visual novel called Coffee Talk from June 16th to July 15th. For Xbox 360, Cine Mora, which I know absolutely nothing about, will be available from June 16th to June 30th. And finally, for the original Xbox, the great Destroy All Humans will be
Woo!
available from June 1st to June 15th.
Woo!
That game is great, and we got that remake coming out pretty soon, I think. So, June's PS Plus offerings are, to me, a little more exciting. So they include Call of Duty World War II, which has actually been made available since May 26th for some reason. And most importantly to me, Star Wars Battlefront 2, which will be made available from June 2nd. Battlefront 2 is a great game, you guys. Like, I know we've sang its praises on the show. They've really turned that game around. Like, that game is well worth playing now. So, if you're a PS Plus member, I implore you to grab Battlefront 2. And indeed, if you are a subscriber to any of these services, the PSA always give every month, just add that license to your account. That way you always will own it as long as you're a subscriber. So that's your fucking breakdown of Games with Gold and PlayStation Plus titles for the month of June. Todd, following the State of Play dedicated to Ghost of Tsushima, we got one this week all about The Last of Us Part 2. You never got around. Did you watch this or no?
I skimmed.
Okay. So we're going to go over some of the details. It was a 23-minute video. Naughty Dog Vice President and Creative Director Neil Druckmann, or as the internet has taken to calling him, Neil Cuckman, walked us through. It's so pedestrian. I love the fucking sophomoric, like, stupid insults that people on the internet have just because they don't like the leaked shit of their game. Or we'll call him Neil Cuckman now. He walked us through a ton of new details for the game, and while we're not going to cover everything, I do want to go over some of the highlights. So, story-wise, the game picks up several years after the events of the first game, with Joel and Ellie settling down with survivors in a peaceful settlement in Jackson, Wyoming. Druckmann says that a traumatic event sets the game in motion for a now 19-year-old Ellie to head back out into the horrible outside world. The game's story will span multiple seasons and locations, from the snow-capped peaks of Wyoming to the lush Pacific Northwest. Apparently, Seattle, in particular, seems to be a major location in the game. So this is interesting. Traversal seems to be a major part of The Last of Us Part 2. Druckmann says the game features some of the largest environments Naughty Dog has ever made, and Ellie has got a new bag of tricks to get around them in. So I thought this was really cool. They showed this gameplay clip of her swimming, and it seems like such a minor thing, like, okay, cool, she can swim. But, like, it instantly made me think back to that great moment in the first game where, of course, you're playing as Joel and Ellie doesn't know how to swim, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're having to kind of float her along on the pallet and stuff. And it was weirdly emotional when I saw her get in the water and start swimming. I was like, oh, she knows how to swim now, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, that's a nice little narrative payoff. Such a simple thing, but a nice little narrative payoff. But interestingly, there's also now going to be a dedicated, like, jump button, which I don't believe we ever had in The Last of Us Part 1. So Ellie can jump. That's cool. It's going to be much more traversal. Like we're seeing a lot of vertical movement. She can use ropes to get around the environment. You can, there's some like sunken areas of the city that you're going to need a boat to get around in. You can ride horseback in some of these large environments. It seems like environmental exploration is going to be a big part of this game, and I'm here for it. It looks really cool. Um, in addition to of course, the infected threat, clickers are back. New human factions include the Washington Liberation Front, which is an armed group that took control of Seattle from the local militia, and the Seraphites, or the Scars, a group of religious zealots that specialize in stealth combat. And of course, there will also be several new infected types in the game. So that all tracks. Sequel, check, 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 right? Enemy NPCs are now much smarter and better at tracking you, utilizing guard dogs that can track your scent. Ellie's got this kind of survivor fucking Batman vision. Kind of like in the Arkham games, where like highlights where the enemies are and stuff. It'll highlight combat sensitive enemy locations and like the scent trail that you're leaving behind and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anastasia was watching this video with me, and there's a moment in the gameplay clip where they throw a Molotov at one of the guard dogs. She did not like that. She did not like that one bit. I feel like there's going to be a lot of dog-related violence in this game. So, dog lovers beware. This was probably the most exciting thing I saw during this gameplay sequence. Customization and crafting is a very large focus this time around. So, there's always the sort of crafting in the first game where you can get parts and make bandages and shit like that. But now you can also upgrade and customize your weapons, which is cool. Like adding scopes and specialized ammunition and stuff like that. There are also collectibles in the form of these survival magazines and hunting magazines that you can find throughout the world, and it'll allow you to purchase upgrades for Ellie herself. And they've got a bunch of different kind of upgrade paths that you can use to customize kind of the way Ellie's abilities kind of cater to her playstyle. So I think that sounds really cool. If you want to go guns blazing, if you want to be that type of player, you can you can get like increased, bullet damage and shit like that. If you want to be more stealthy, there's abilities that involve that. You know what I mean? Very on board for that. Now, this was funny to me because we got a little gameplay sequence at the end of the video where, I don't know if you watched this or not, but Ellie...
I did.
Ellie basically like does some fucking like Rambo shit where she like goes underneath the water and sneaks up on this person who's got headphones in, and she like holds a knife to her throat. And she's like looking for somebody or whatever. She's like, "Where's Nora?" type shit. And she's like, "Oh, she's in the hospital." She lifts up her hands and she's holding a Vita. That got an audible chuckle out of me. And this idiot, this person that Ellie has held hostage, tries to attack her, and Ellie, of course, immediately kills her, shoves the fucking knife in her throat, effectively killing the last living Vita owner on planet Earth. Sorry, had to do it to him. I own
Nothing
a Vita.
of importance was lost. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah. Did you realize what she was playing on that Vita?
I mean, I never played that game, but I guess it was Hotline Miami, right?
Yeah, well, you could tell from the music. The music was instantly recognizable, yeah. So I'm like, okay, I guess Hotline Miami's a thing in the Last of Us world. Yeah.
It's canon? No.
It's canon, Hotline Miami. I don't know. What were your thoughts of this? What you skimmed here?
All right.
Come on, dude. Really? I don't get it. I don't understand. How are you so neutral on this game? This was awesome.
All right.
I don't understand it. I don't know what I got to do. I don't know what I got to do for you.
I have to play the game myself to see if I'm going to enjoy it, because right now I'm still neutral on it. Trying to just not dip into the where I know it's going to go for me, possibly.
All right. We're gonna have to. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to do a full spoiler cast on this. I just know.
I know.
Just the way the narrative of my level of excitement for this game versus your just kind of like meh on it. We just this is just gonna have to happen. We're gonna have to both play through it. We're gonna have to do a full spoiler cast. It's just gonna have to happen. I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to do it. It can be it can be like a special episode. It can be separate from the main show, but we're just gonna have to fucking do it.
Wait, is this game coming out like tomorrow?
What?
When is The Last of Us Part 2 coming out?
No. That's an old release date. The Last of
I
Us.
was gonna say,
No, yeah.
shit.
It comes out soon though, June 19th.
I'm like looking at the release date. It says it's like May 29th. What? I was like, what the fuck?
That truly goes to show your true level of excitement. You don't even know the fucking release date.
Yeah, it's about right.
No, June 19th. So that's the most recent date. Aye. So let's end the show here, Todd. Let's talk about
Can I say this? The duality of man.
Some real shit. Anyway, let's wrap up here the news drop with some PS5 news, or really the announcement of PS5 news coming, because details may be just around the corner. This has been corroborated by several news outlets that say that Sony is planning an event for June 3rd. By the time you're listening to this, it may have literally already been announced. Who knows? And anything could happen, with the weird Corona times that we're in, but it seems unlikely to change this close. It is worth noting that we should not expect every detail to be revealed at this event. In fact, people are saying that even things like the pricing and the release date info might not be at this event, because, Microsoft and Sony are kind of doing this Mexican standoff where they're trying to see.
I swear to God.
They're trying to see who's going to reveal the price first. So we're going to see. There are people who are like, they may literally wait until like August to talk about the price.
So they're both just sitting there like, it's just like, fuck.
Yep. Because Sony's doing this kind of song and dance where they're like, okay, we want it to be affordable and do well, but we also don't want to eat shit on the console. So they're waiting to see what Microsoft's going to do so they can price competitively. Going to be very interesting, man. So anyway, that event is happening June 3rd, from what we understand. Has not officially been announced at the time of this recording. VentureBeat notes that Sony has got various follow-up events planned, such as a State of Play currently scheduled for early August to deep dive into PS5 games, but Sony is also aware of the backlash Microsoft saw due to the lack of actual gameplay during their quote-unquote gameplay reveal. So what we should expect from this June 3rd event is actual PS5 games running on actual PS5 hardware. We should expect to see a lot of gameplay. They want to be like the anti-Microsoft with this, I feel like.
They need to look at Microsoft, look down on them, and just say, pathetic.
I think that this is going to be when we're going to see the box. I don't see how you could possibly have a big blowout PS5 details event and not show us the box. We have now known about the Series X in terms of what the box looks like, for like 6 months now.
Something like that, yeah.
The console's locked. It's in production at this point, you have to imagine. So it's time. It's time to show us the box. Again, in terms of pricing, in terms of release date info, I don't think we're going to see that here. I think we're going to see the box. I think we're going to get a look at some PS5 games. I don't think we're going to get a full launch lineup, but we're going to see games running on PS5. Maybe this will be another chance to see like Assassin's Creed Valhalla for real this time. Elden Ring, you think? Yeah, maybe. Is Elden Ring multi-platform?
I don't give a fuck. I just want to see Elden Ring.
Mm.
Can a man have hopes and dreams?
Let me just double check on this. I want to make sure
multi-platform.
It is multi-platform. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe this is the place. Who knows?
Please, Miyazaki. Please bless us.
I don't know, man.
Bless us with this forbidden knowledge.
I would like to see at least one exclusive game running on PS5 hardware. If it's Ratchet or whatever, I'd like to see something. I'd like to see one launch exclusive running on PS5 hardware, whatever it is. That's what I want. The rest could be all third parties. You know what? I don't know if Call of Duty is technically still in bed with PlayStation. Is that a thing? Is that a thing where
Mm,
PlayStation is still getting the shit first?
I think I don't remember.
I can't. I think it is because I think Modern Warfare 2 is currently only on PS4, right?
Yeah, so yeah, at that point, it'd definitely be
So yeah, I
PlayStation.
think they're still in bed with PlayStation there. So you know what? That might not actually be too far fetched to think that maybe they're going to reveal the new Call of Duty here.
Yeah,
It's
there you go.
about that time to reveal this year's Call of Duty. It's about that time, dude. Because Call of Duty usually comes out around November. That's going to be, what, 5 months away by the time this event happens?
Yeah.
There have been all these ramp up rumors about Black Ops and stuff like that being rebooted and stuff. I think
Mm.
they actually were saying, from what I was reading, I think that somebody was saying that the title was going to be like Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War or something like that.
It's a dumb title.
I don't know. We'll just have to see. Either way, it's going to be some sort of Cold War like reboot of the Black Ops series. So we're just going to go right back to that whole fucking monkey shit fight.
The numbers, Mason. The
The
numbers.
fucking numbers. Yeah. So anyway, exciting stuff here next week on the show. We should be able to, if these reports are accurate, we should be coming back on the show next week with some solid PS5 details. Todd, you excited? God damn it. What do I have to do? Do I need to just like put an IV of rain in your veins to a little Viagra maybe mixed in there to get a little excitement, a little blood pumping?
I'm going through caffeine withdrawals. You know this.
Well, I did. Yeah, I was present for you to order another case of rain, so maybe
It's been
we'll,
a month, and I finally broke.
maybe some life will be in that fucking body next week.
Power. It will flow once again.
Todd, I want to end the show with a new segment. This is a surprise segment. You know nothing about this.
Yes.
And this is a new segment I want to do to end the show every week. Now, I took inspiration from the Clone Wars TV show, where every episode, as you well know, Todd, every episode of the Clone Wars TV show typically opens up with an inspirational quote that involves war or like a thematic thing, a message of hope or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I want to end every episode from here on out with a segment I like to call the Brendan Fraser quote of the week. Now, we all know how important Brendan Fraser is, just as a human being, but moreover to you as a person. And Brendan Fraser has become a little bit of a character of the podcast, I think, at this point. So, as a recurring segment,
Now, are you doing this to piss me off or what?
no, I'm doing this for you. This is my gift to you. And when I had this idea, I discovered that Brendan Fraser is a font of wisdom, not unlike Confucius. So from here on in, until I run out of Brendan Fraser quotes, we will end the show with the Brendan Fraser quote of the week. Todd, this week's quote to end the show from our boy Brendan Fraser, in his infinite wisdom, this is what he says. He says, quote, "I guess darkness serves a purpose, to show us that there is redemption through chaos. I believe in that." End quote.
Well, that's a good quote. Fuck you.
It is a good quote. I'm not being facetious. I'm being dead serious. Brendan Fraser wisdom to end the show every week.
Oh, beat your fucking ass.
Todd, that's what I got for you this week. You got any thoughts before we wrap up?
I think that's about it, man.
All right, folks. We'll catch you next week. Thanks for listening. Get fucking dunked on. Bye.
See ya.